Hey there, everyone. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Charity, and this is my video series on my mommy makeover. And so I've asked everyone to send in any questions that you may have. And so I've gotten a few questions that I wanted to go ahead and just make a short video answering those questions, especially because if you have a question, maybe someone else has that same question, they just didn't think to ask it, or they didn't realize they had that question until it was asked. So I'm going to start off with someone asked just how I'm feeling. So we'll just kind of go over in general. So most of the time I'm feeling really good. Up, moving around, walking, not overdoing it, kind of listening to my body, sitting down when necessary. Struggling a little bit with sleep, but last night I actually found a position that afforded me a lot of sleep, so that was really good. I don't have to have a pillow underneath my legs anymore to keep them elevated. I'm far enough out now that we're not worried about that. So I put pillows on each side of me because I can't sleep on my side yet. I still have my tubes in. So put a pillow on each side of my legs, and I still sleep in the recliner, so I can kind of lean one direction without going completely on my side. And the pillow kind of helps to support my knees, because I'll just kind of go into like a fetal position and then kind of slightly turn to one side, and then I have another pillow on the other side, so then I slightly turn to the other side. And that actually allowed me to get quite a bit of sleep. I actually woke up this morning not knowing what to do with myself because I actually got a decent amount of sleep. So that is kind of where I'm at. Like I said, most of the time I'm really good to go, feel good. I'm cold a lot, and I think that that's pretty typical for, having 4 pounds of fat taken off of you, to feel a little on the cold side. So I'm kind of hoping that, like, I just put this on, just a little shawl that covers up my arms a little bit better because I've got like a tank top on. And then I did switch out my bra. So I had the surgical bra on. I can wear any type of sports bra. That's all I can wear for a few weeks. But my surgical bra has been clean, so I'm probably gonna switch back to that one. I think it's just a little more comfortable. So that's how I'm doing. I'm in very good spirits. I feel good. Get up, moving around. I'm thinking about possibly even making some candles today. I bought a bunch of stuff to make candles, and so I might sit down and make a couple of candles and kind of play around with that, and give me something new to do. So another person asked how much this type of procedure costs. Now I got 2 quotes because originally when I went in, I thought I needed a breast reduction. I thought that my breasts were bigger, but in reality, when I talking to the doctor, the lift itself took away quite a bit of skin, which a lift isn't a reduction, but at the same time, when you're taking away that much skin, it kind of does turn into a reduction. But then it's kind of weird. So it's like it's a reduction, but because it's lifting it up where it belongs, it's not as much of a reduction as it could be. So my lift and tummy tuck, so this is not the reduction, this is just the lift and tummy tuck, was $14,900.80. The original quote that I was given when we thought we were going to do a reduction, we were going to make them smaller. So the reduction and tummy tuck cost was $16,553.20. Okay, so it does cost a little bit more. There's a little bit more work into a reduction. A lift, they're just taking out the extra skin, kind of repositioning everything, and then sewing it all back into place. A reduction, they're taking away that extra skin, but then they're also going in and they're doing like liposuction on your breasts and taking more away and then making sure everything is sewn back into place. So that's why there is a price difference for that. I did have somebody ask me kind of like how this whole process started. So I knew someone who had some plastic surgery done. And so I asked my friend where she had gotten hers done, and she had said Wilmington Plastic Surgery, hands down, best around. So I called and got a free consultation. For the most part, I believe any plastic surgeon's office will do a free consultation. Okay. And that's a great way for a doctor to look you over, to let you know whether or not you're a good candidate for the things that you're talking about and the things that you're wanting to get done, or they can redirect you into the things that they think you should have done instead. Okay. And that consultation, like I said, for me was free. But when you call around, ask, do you charge for consultations? And then you can also have multiple consultations. You can go see multiple different places and really get a feel for which doctor seems to suit you best, which place seems to make you feel the most comfortable. Okay. So then there are different ways that you can pay for plastic surgery. I know that my office offered originally just first a couple of different like medical credit card options. And then there was another company, Neon Lending, which is just for cosmetic surgeries. It's like a loan for cosmetic surgeries, which is what I thought I was going to go through. And then when I was ready to pull the trigger, come to find out, they don't work with the doctor's office that I had set up through Wilmington Plastic Surgery. So I had put so much money down through them, because you have to put so much money down and then you would make your monthly payments. They had to refund that because their system screwed up and allowed me to put that money down without picking my doctor's office. And if I had been able to pick my doctor's office before putting the money down, I would have realized that they don't have my doctor's office on their list that they work with. So I was thinking that my surgery wasn't going to be able to happen. I let them know, and they actually just started working with a medical loan company also. So I think I'm one of the first people that utilized it. So my husband, he put his information in and got approved, and that is how I was able to do the surgery. So, but in that process, because I was saving money for the other company where you had to put a certain percentage down, which I think it was like 25% down. So I had, I think, just a little over $4,000 saved to put down towards my surgery. So I went ahead and I put that down through the office, and I paid that through the office, and then that made my loan that much less, what we actually had to ask for that much less. So you've got options. You don't have to have all the money up front. My office did require a deposit at my pre-op appointment. So at my pre-op appointment, before my pre-op appointment, before my pre-op appointment, I had to pay, I believe it was $600. And that was just the guarantee. Let's set up your pre-op appointment. Let's set up your surgery. So that $600 was like my non-refundable, hey, I'm going to do this, let's do this payment. I paid that. And then and I didn't just pay that. I think at that point in time is when I put the whole $4,000 down. And then at your pre-op appointment is when the rest of the balance is due. So if I hadn't gone through a finance company at that point, I would have owed the rest of the $14,900 or $16,500, depending on what I was going to do. Because I went through the finance company, it was at that appointment that they pushed everything through and processed it. So it was at that pre-op appointment that the lending company knew, okay, she's going through with this. They paid for it. Then from my understanding, about a month from my surgery is when my first payment will be due. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then I intend to make as many payments as possible over the minimum payment. So that way I can get that paid off as early as possible. I know that with this particular company, it was 6 months interest free. So if I could pay it off in 6 months, then I wouldn't have any interest. Good possibility I'm not going to be able to do that, but that's okay. As long as I keep working towards paying it off early, then I still will not have as much in the end interest that I paid on. So let's see. And then someone else asked me about the recovery time. So I will say that if you're working a desk job, not really active or heavy lifting, you can probably take about 2 weeks. If you're doing any form of running around, like I am a server at a restaurant, you're probably going to want that 4 to 6 weeks. I currently asked my place of employment for 3 weeks off. There's a good possibility that I'm going to have to go back and say, hey, listen, I'm so sorry. I'm going to need more time off. And that's just because I tend to be an optimist and thinking that, okay, I'm going to get this done and then, I'll be back and I'll be good to go. And in reality, it takes time. The body just needs time to heal. And so my job is not a sit down job. My job is a on your feet moving constantly job. And I don't want to get there and then be in so much pain or regret my decision, hold other people up or ask them to have to step up because I can't do nearly as much. So we'll see how it goes. Tomorrow I am 1 week post-op. So I feel good. I'm up, I'm moving around, but it definitely doesn't take me very long to get tired either. I get, a few laps around my kitchen island and then I'm like, whew, okay, gotta sit down. So I hope that answers a lot of your guys' questions. I got the cost, how I'm feeling, the consultation, all of it being paid for before the surgery and then making those payments. So really, if you get a hold of a place and you really like them, ask them what their finance options are, and then you can go from there. I know for me right now that I'm still early on, but I look at myself and I go, I made the right decision. This was something for me. I made the right decision. I'm so glad I did this because I feel amazing and I know that it's only going to get better. So my results, I've got a lot of swelling that will go down. I like window shopping for new clothes and a new swimsuit and, just kind of picturing like, I can already feel like I've got so much more confidence. The confidence that was in the inside is like radiating out on the outside now because, I know that all of my hard work over the past year has really paid off and now I can show it off. So if you guys have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments here, and on Facebook, go ahead and ask on Instagram, and then make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button so that way anytime a new video comes out you don't miss that, because I will be doing here hopefully soon once the drains are out, then I'll be able to kind of do a like after before and after sort of ordeal where you can kind of see the before and then see the after. But with the drains in, it's too hard to kind of work around that. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.